Hey guys, Pontic here, and today's going to be a 1 versus 1, but I'm actually not participating in this. It's going to be my fellow Sith clanmates, Immortal, who's playing as Rome, which he has 4 Legionnaires, 4 Avocati, 3 Arii, 4 Auxiliary Infantry, 2 Velites, Gladiator Spearmen, 3 Auxiliary Syrian Archers, his General, and yeah. Facing him is going to be VoidDragon, who is going as Armenia, as you can see, with Persian Cavalry, Eastern Archers, 1 Eastern Cataphract, a Noble Spearman General, and then 6 of these Carteli Axemen. And basically they're doing a little just internal competition between them, and I believe it's going to be 21 games, or first to 11, broken up into sets of 3. So it's a pretty interesting idea. I'll probably post the rules and different things if you're interested in what the rules are in the description. But for now, we'll go ahead and just go into the battle. As you can see, Immortal, who's playing as Rome, is using advantage of a lot of this tree cover to hide his troops and moving along this right side with his army. And Void is just kind of sitting back. And clearly, from what we saw on the link screen, he has more than this, which is hidden in the trees on both sides. And he appears just to be kind of hanging back and waiting just to see what's going to develop. So yeah, Immortal moving forward. Not much to say, really. We'll just wait as they finally start to engage. Void's doing some rearranging with his visible units, which we can only see 3 archers now. One of them just disappeared. 1 Cataphract and 1 Persian Cavalry. Which these Persian Cavalry are pretty interesting troops. I haven't really got to use them too much personally. Haven't really played as Armenia much. But yeah, so I'm just gonna fast forward through some of this. Not much to really do except just watch as his troops move forward. You see Void rearranging a little bit, and they're actually changing the direction of the battle now. And at this point, I'm just gonna play it real quickly. You can see some of his cavalry starts to come into view. So he's gonna just go ahead and pull that out of there, because there's no sense in leaving a cavalry unit against a whole army. There's not much really they can do. So he's gonna bring them back out, and he's just gonna plant them into this forest right here. You can see Immortal reacts by using his Gladiator Spearmen to ward them off. These Spearmen, 20 bonus versus large, with these tridents, I guess they're carrying. So once he, wards off the cavalry, he's going to bring them back into formation with the rest of his army. That's something nice. Usually with Rome, they have a lot of options, so it's usually a great idea to take the main infantry line, like he has done with Legionnaires and Avocati, and then have these either auxiliary infantry or Gladiator Spearmen backing up just to help defend the flanks against cavalry, because Roman infantry is great. So if you can get them into 1v1 fights against other units, usually they can win depending on what they're facing. So you can just leave this infantry, this spear-armed infantry, in the back so cavalry can't get in. So yeah, he's starting to reform now. He's going to start bringing his spearmen back over. And you can see Void on this side now, directly across from Immortal. And you can see a lot more of his cavalry, or excuse me, Axemen. His main infantry corps was hidden way over here, and is starting to come forward now. You see his noble spearmen, and right now we can only see 3 of the Axemen. Immortal shifting his forces just to face Void better. Starting to bring his archers up. These Avocati are excellent units with 61 melee attack. Is just ridiculous. They're quite good. So you can see his movement orders going forward. And at this point they're going to start getting into archer range of each other. And they're going to start to exchange skirmish fire, which these auxiliary archers are better than Eastern archers. although he does have a numbers advantage, which still 4 against 3 with 40 armor on these Syrian archers is definitely still giving them the edge. You can see him starting to focus fire, which is what you want to do, just on this one unit. So really, it's 4 versus 1 at this point, and that gives them a lot better odds. Already losing 7 men. See from those couple of volleys, and he's gonna bring them back for a second. See the archers still firing, and they're gonna start moving forward because of those attack orders, and the rest of his army starting to still move up, and you can see more of his axemen becoming visible. You can see the 2 Persian cavalry he had hidden over here that came around. He's actually gonna charge them in. You'll notice he's starting to attack from all sides. You see his cavalry coming from the front, and he gets a couple flank charges over here. At the same time, you'll notice quickly over here, he's gonna have cavalry over here, and in this way he's going to start to develop Immortal's army, which, because of the lack of cavalry, does not have the same mobility as Void's army. So these cataphracts getting a charge, which even so, with those charges, I wouldn't say any of them got too many kills. 26 there is probably the best any of the charges. So again, he's going to pull out with his cataphracts and get a charge in with his Persian cavalry over here, and he's doing the same thing over here against these thin lines. And right here, a huge charge against these legionnaires. You can see, I don't see but 1 or 2 standing up. But even with that, still 9 kills right there, so not as effective as it looked, but it took away a lot of hit points, which will come into play later on. And it's great for the cavalry charges when these infantry are out of formation, so when they're moving, it's just going to help increase their charge damage. And really that's what he's doing. He's just attacking on all sides, trying to stir up his opponent, trying to confuse him. Now some of these cavalry are starting to get quite a number of kills, 76 there. And at this point, his infantry finally can come into the fight. When his lines are disarrayed, you can see he's gonna get a nice charge against these Evacates, who are out of formation, kind of spread out. See him charging in now. Still with the cavalry in the back lines now. He's able to get some nice charges into the back of the Evacati here, and he's gonna get some charges into his auxiliary infantry, which is spread out over here. And now all the infantry is about engaged. He has his units coming up charging over here, and he still has his archers firing, which these guys actually get quite a number of kills over time. And you can see from where they're firing is like a very good shot into their flanks of these Romans. And you can see quite a number of them are going to go down from archer fire. You can see all the arrows flying through the air now. Now Void is able to start to clean up this flank. One of the Roman Evacates, Evacates just routed. So he's going to have an extra Persian cavalry and axemen. And quickly over here you'll notice Immortal was able to get his general through this gap and into the back lines to start attacking these archers. And he's going to start racking up the kills on his general now. But quickly, Void notices this and sends one of his Persian cavalry in to help try to take out the general and stop the losses on his archers. And you can see with that charge, the general's units are going down. Lost almost half his guys already, but 91 kills on that. So with that going on, you can see Void is in Immortal's backline with his Persian cavalry wrecking the different units back here, and he's able to get a Carlisle axemen into these auxiliary infantry, which are not gonna be able to hold up at all against these guys. Finally, he's able to get his general out of there with only 8 men left. 7 now. And he's starting to chase it with his cataphracts, which only have 11 guys with 42 kills, so not too great on these guys right now.
Advance at speed!
But they did have some nice charges earlier on. Some of his axemen are going to start breaking along here. And kind of just like, you notice, each of them have men, you know, all over the place. They have some guys over here. Rome has guys in the back line over here. Armenia is all the way back here, so it's almost looks disorganized, but it's nice to be able to make your opponent fight on multiple fronts, because it really takes good micromanaging skills to be able to keep track of all these different battles. So it makes that much more impressive, because you know, it's easy to get distracted when you're microing, say, over here with the different units. See, he's already charging these guys in the back over here, but you still have to watch out over here, which he's already moving his general. He's able to bring him all the way around back into this fight to help against these cataphracts, to try to get these guys out of the game. He's able to get his Triarii in here, which is very nice, because Triarii are going to do great against cavalry. And so they're starting to cut those cataphracts down, who are starting to waver. See over here, some of his infantry starting to waver. Immortal is going to bring his general back into the fight over here, which even just having the general around will help his troops. He did pop one of his abilities, which will help. I believe he did his morale. Yes, rally. So that'll help with his morale all around. And now he's got these guys completely surrounded with infantry. And Armenia is still firing with his archers. He still has, I think, all 4 of them left, but 2 of them are pretty badly injured. Some more axemen freeze up, and he's going to charge these guys. Still get some Persian cavalry back here. I think he has 1 more unit over here, but this one was actually one that stopped routing, so he's not currently doing anything with that unit. He brings his general back into the archers, try to get these guys out of the fight, which even if he's not able to beat them, they've stopped firing at his Roman units, which is great, because now he's able to focus all of his guys and he doesn't have to worry about getting shot in the back to take out these axemen over here. He's able to bring up his velites and Syrian archers to start firing to help this fight over here. And although these axemen are actually doing pretty well against what units he has over here, he can focus on this one flank, and then he'll have all this freed up. See his archers starting to waver. He's sending a legionnaire unit out there to deal with those guys. And he does finally bring his Persian cavalry. VoidDragon does. He's going to charge him into his skirmishers. A nice charge against those guys. And immediately they start to waver. Both of them do. But at this moment, these axemen finally do break. And he's going to have 4 extra units now to basically go wherever he needs them. So he's going to send some down here against these cavalry, and the rest is going to send over to help with these different infantry engagements over here, which is just in time because those Evocati break just then. And at this point, the battle is really starting to turn in Immortal's favor, because he has 2 infantry left and just 1 cavalry unit, and he's going to be able to get a charge into the back of these Triarii. So they have 87 men. Man, that was a devastating charge. 69 guys left. Surprising for only 13 of the cavalry left. Still a really nice charge. But there's not much you can do with just 2 units and a cavalryman, with Rome having more infantry. So Immortal is going to go ahead and just surround him. And these archers he chased all the way through the woods and all the way back over here now. And they're going to start to engage, which I'm pretty sure they're out of arrows anyways. And yeah, at this point, all of VoidDragon's infantry is tied down, and the only thing he has really that could give him a chance are these cavalry that he's going to continuously be charging in and out of infantry, which was able to get a charge there against these unformed Evocatis. And he's going to get another charge into the back of these guys. But his axemen break, his archers are going to break, or they've already routed, I mean his other axemen, and then his cavalry goes too. So yeah, good game to Immortal and VoidDragon. Both played really well. You can see some of the kills on these guys. These Evocati doing pretty well. Same with 2 of these legionnaires. And you can see Gladiator Spearmen didn't get to do much at all. Some of those charges at the beginning were really devastating to, I believe, this Spearman, I think it was one of these auxiliary infantry got taken out pretty quickly in the beginning. And even these velites not being able to do much. But we take a look over here at VoidDragon's army. You can see his cavalry. 4 of them over here did these two fairly well, are really good. But his Eastern Cataphract surprisingly did not get too many kills, but his archers doing quite good over here, and his axemen, these axemen are very nice, 2 of them with almost 200 kills. So yeah, I'll go ahead and leave this one here, and I plan on uploading the other 2 for this set of 3 because the battles are split into 7 groups of 3. So the next one should be up relatively soon. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this battle. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next episode.